Hallo meine Herren! So, today what are we going to do? Well, today I'm going to show you how to remove an alternator from a Rover P6. It's easy stuff. However, should you only be starting out and you don't know your arse from your elbow, you might find this of use. If not, then it might give you a laugh. I don't know. Either way, what we're going to do is we're going to take the alternator out of the P6 because I need to bench test it to see if it's responsible for my lazy start. Okay? So while I'm doing all of that, I just thought I'd take this opportunity to shoot a little video and you'll know how to take it out for future reference. So come on, let me show you something here anyway. Stop that. My own reference, really. I'm just going to show you what the car is like when it starts. You see how it drags. And this car only started recently, probably about 30 minutes ago. But you see when I started again, how it drags. Yeah? And this is the problem. But anyway, that's not to do with what I'm showing you today about removing an alternator. This is just for my own reference. So let's come over here, Adam. So, 3, 2, 1, ignition. See, she's dragging. She starts eventually. So sweet, doesn't she? Rover P6 line. Anyway, the point of the matter is, it drags like fudge. And we want to know, why is it dragging like that? You know, is the battery not recharging? Is the alternating intermittent? Is the starting motor lazy? I think it's the starting motor. Tom Marley thinks it's the starting motor. Anyway, we'll have a look. Let's move on. Welcome to sunny Dublin. Alright, so what we're going to do this morning is I'm going to remove, or show you how to remove, the alternator from a 1973 Rover V8 P6 V8s, 3.5 V8s. Anyway, the story is the alternator is charging, but it doesn't seem to charge really under load. It's intermittent. So just to be on the safe side, what I'm actually going to do is, I've been threatening to do it for ages, we're going to remove the alternator and have it tested on the bench at an auto electric place and see what the crack is with it. I think it's the starting motor as well, but it's a process of elimination. So first off, we're going to remove today, we're going to take out the alternator. So it's very simple, but just in case you don't know, some people are only starting out, I'll show you how to remove the alternator, okay? Stop that there. Okay, so I tell you, if you take out your expansion tank here, give yourself a bit of room, or an expansion bottle, whatever you like. So if you take this out of the way, you're giving yourself a little bit of extra space. You come in, can you see that, Adam? Yeah? Just unscrew the top, that can just come out. Grand and handy. And then you've freed up a bit of space for yourself. Leave that to the side there. And if you come in here, Adam, I'll show you where the bolts are. Alright, so we have one bolt underneath here, can you see it? It'll be a bit difficult if you, where my finger is. There it is, one at the back there, holding it in place there. And then if you look up here on the top, on this side here, there's another one here which holds the alternator. It's like tension, if you like, and which way to adjust it. There also holds this little chromey cover on, which could do a re-chroming. So let's see. I think what we're going to go with here is you've got your ratchet and your socket, and the socket we're using here for a good perfect fit is a half. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to take this out. We're going to open up the bottom one first, and then we're going to open up the other one. Stop it there, Adam, for a second. So we had a bit of a nightmare, but it's grand, it's sorted out. We come around and I'll show you. The nut that I showed you at the back down the bottom, if you go in there, you see it in here. So of course, you know, the nut, as you can see, was rounded off. Swine of a thing. But I've opened it up and I've got that off. So anyway, take your 13 mil up here to your tensioner off on the back. Slacken her off, open her up. You can see it here if you want to come to the top. So this nut comes out, alright, this nut comes off. That's me Rottweiler mounted in the back on the other side of the hall door because he wants to come out. No. Bolt out. Pull, there she goes. Releases the guard. I'll just put that back in there for a minute, just to keep it safe and out of the way. Okay. Pull your alternator forward, or sorry, to the right.
so it gives you slack on the belt. Take the belt off. Alright, just leave your belt there hanging. Now you've moved your alternator across to the right a bit. Now you take your half and the 13 I had to use for the other side. You want to come around here, Adam. Holding your nut on one side there, and then you've got your 13 spanner. Swine of a nut, this thing, it's worn. I'm gonna have to change it. The panic when you come across a rounded off nut. It's heartbreaking. Isn't it just? Let's see. And take this one out. I'll just remove this one here. There we go. You can pause it there. I'll stop there for a minute, Adam. There's no flash on that, no light on that. Is it running?
Yeah, it's running.
Yeah, strange. No light. Anyway. Out you come. Let's pull this bolt out. And we'll have one free alternator. Come on, you swine. There's the weight of the alternator sitting on the bolt. That's it. Again, just get it down out of the way. Again, I always just put the bolts and the nuts back in where they should have been. You can see that nut there. Can you see it? How badly it's rounded off. See it there? So I'll be changing that because I ain't dealing with that again in a couple of years. Guard there. Of course, I ended up having to put shit spray on it. Whether it makes a difference or not, I do not know. And of course, I forgot, because I'm a legend, the one nut at the back here, Adam, see it? Which I should have spotted, and I didn't. Yeah, this fella here is going to have to come out. So let's see what size he is. Wouldn't be easy, wouldn't be a 13. He is nicely snug. That's a half. That's the half, fits that nice and easy. So I'll just open him up and take this alternator out. Yeah, boy. Maybe I should put some shit spray on this as well, huh? Get it out. Here it comes. If you come around here, Adam, you get a better view at the back. It's fairly simple to remove an alternator from any car, really. Well, having said that, I'm sure there's probably some mad cars in Uzbekistan where an alternator is underneath the driver's seat, underneath the carpet, underneath the exhaust, with the exhaust built into the alternator. But however, I digress. Come out, you little swine. Back is starting to hurt me now. Would that be old age, do you think, Adam?
You're far past that anyways.
Oh, thanks, Adam. Heavy little fecker, these alternators. Yes, come on. Let's get the spanner back on. I'm sure I'm wasting my time with my hand here. I could just have it done with this. There we go. I need to get one of those guards for the cars. If any of you have seen them, will you let me know what they are? You know, they hang over the wings of the car. You always see the Americans have them for their Corvettes. You know them, they're like protector pads, and they hang over the wings of the car, so when you're working on them, your spanners don't damage the wings. Anyway, I need to get myself some of them. Here we go. If you have a look here, one alternator out, one bolt out. Swine, my back is killing me. I had to stand up straight for a minute. Jesus Christ, I'm only 45. Whew. This is why I don't work in a garage or as a mechanic, because imagine facing into this for a hangover on Monday morning after Father's Day when you've been drinking all day at a barbecue. Hey Sharon. Right, so if you want to come around this side here, Adam. No, this side here, because I'm going to do the wires. So that's one bolt out there. So I'm just going to pop. Can you see, or is it very dark?
No, it's fine.
I'm just going to pop that bolt back in there because that's where that belongs, and just rather than me having to go look for it. Now, when we get to the back of the alternator, you can see here, I've already done a job on the wiring because the wiring was in a bit of a worn out state. You're too close to that, you alright? No. You can see the wiring here. I redone it here and I had to redo it here. I think the wiring is grand. We're going to find out anyway, because as soon as he puts this alternator on the bench, we're going to know whether it's recharging or not. So I'll redo the wiring again before the alternator goes back in. But initially, I remember talking to Nick Sale. One of these wires was actually out of the back of the alternator completely. So we just remove this fella here. It's the plug from the back of the alternator. So now I'm just thinking, I never disconnected the battery. There we go. One alternator out. Lock, stock and barrel. Huh? She looks a bit crusty. I don't know if any of you seen my other video, but the crowd that I'm bringing this alternator to, they done the alternator in the Mercedes and they sandblasted the alternator and it looks class. So I'm hoping I'm going to ask, because it looked nice in the engine bay when I clean it all up, that they do the jobby on this alternator as well. They sandblast it for me and clean it up because it looks fantastic. I'll just show you actually the other alternator they done for me, and they only charged me I think €90. Stop that there for a second, Adam, we'll go to the... Yeah, I just wanted to show you. I know it's not relevant to what you... But anyway, this is the Mercedes. This is the E230 in 1981. This here is the alternator that was in the car, and it looked worse than this one here that's after coming out of the Rover. And as you can see there, around the back of it and stuff, they rebuilt the alternator. They sandblasted it, and they've done a class job on it. Look here, Adam. Now it's a little bit dirty than what it was because I use this car every day. But you can see, like, what a class job for 90 quid. Huh? Or maybe I just like alternators. Just have a thing for alternators. Hold that there. So we're going to take this one off down to the shop. We're going to get it looked at. I'd say this is going to need a rebuild or recondition anyway. So that's it for a minute. I'll come back to you in a bit, alright? So here we are, we're just arriving at the auto electrical place here. So we're going to go in, get them to test it out, and we're going to see what the crack is, see what the story is of the alternator, and it'll probably take a day or two. We get a repair, electro maintenance limited. Yes, this is the place, Ted. Right, we're going to head in here and see what the crack is. Yeah, cheers. Well, interesting turn of events. Just had the alternator tested on the bench and it's perfect. So on to the next now. We'll try the starter. Get to the bottom of this. As you've seen, we took the alternator out. We put it in. We had to test it. It wasn't the alternator was fine. So, process of elimination. Up next now is going to be the starting motor. So I've come back from the motor place, the auto electrics place. I put my alternator back in because that's not the issue. Just a little tip for you: when you're putting your alternator back in, if you get a crowbar or a jimmy bar, place it down here against the block and lever it back. It just gets a nice tension on your belt. If you're lucky enough to have an Adam, a Keen or a Josh, I personally had an Adam today. He also worked the camera for me, and I also got him to lever the alternator back for me whilst I tighten back up the 3 bolts. We've got good tension on me bolt. It's just a handy tip. It's just easier to get tension back on the belt. Anyway, I digress. So that's how you remove and put an alternator back in. So what I have to do now really is I've got to move on. So my alternator is fine. So next on the list is the starting motor, and for that I have to contact the Gandalf of the P6 world, if you like. This is the Kevin Watkis. So Kevin, I'm going to have to give you a bell because you'll have to talk me through taking the starting motor out, give it a clean up. I'm sure we might even drop back down to the automotive place with that and let them have a look at it. Yeah. So until then, Chicolitos, that's me done. Right. Take care.